Not in real life, but on the internet, people often ask me, hey bro, why don't you do light reviews anymore? Good question. I hate flashlights. Anyone else? Okay, that's not the real reason. The real reason is that I already own the brightest production handheld light, like the insanely stupid 60,000 lumen Acebeam X70. Lights with some of the farthest throwing beams ever made. Beams that are so ridiculous that you need over half a mile of open unlit area and a spotting scope to appreciate. Of course, not practical is kind of the je ne sais quoi of this channel. And I also own many other boring lights with just average 5 to 32,000 lumen outputs, like most people. And somewhere mixed within all the bullshit I have that I've gotten from reviewing things and buying things, there's some reliable everyday carry lights that are hard to improve upon that I use. This quick video will tell you what I look for in a light and give you a list of lights that I actually carry often. And I'm sure you may have ones you carry, cheaper lights, maybe more expensive ones, or one that fit your tactical lifestyle, or with some spec you like. Well, if you're one of those dudes, this isn't for you. It's for actually people who have trouble making decisions about lights or just want one good one. Oh, okay, in a year you'll have 15. So here's a brief list of what I look for in an LED flashlight, and also an indicator that may alert you that nothing in the rest of the video will be fun or interesting. All right, first, it's powered by a single battery, either a lithium ion or a AA. I only use rechargeables. You can do whatever you want with your batteries, Eneloops or lithium ions of various brands. 2, it's relatively compact, jacket pocket sized or smaller. No massive reflectors or USB charging like your cellular telephone. 18650 battery size is my favorite. Just go buy a damn separate charger. Don't worry about USB charging integrated. 3, it needs to have a good tint. I usually pick warm to daylight tinted LEDs like 3000 Kelvin to 5600 Kelvin. All are acceptable color temperatures. 4, intuitive operation with shortcuts. I prefer electronic switches in lights because they often allow you to access the lows and highs easily from off mode. So you wake up in the middle of the night, as long as you're comfortable with your flashlight, you can get to the low or the high with one click. 5, a moonlight mode. Anything over 1 lumen is kind of pushing a moonlight or firefly mode to too bright. But I prefer a few options under half a lumen or even 1/10 of a lumen. These are modes made for night adjusted eyes. 6, no visible PWM. I made a video about this linked at the end of this video if you don't understand nerd acronyms. Visible PWM sucks and I don't like the way it looks when I'm using a flashlight. 7, please don't get caught up in the max output of a light. Most of your usage will be under 300 lumens and some even more than that. At least if you're doing a lot of closer indoor related stuff, like breaking and entering. Alright, I generally stick to 2 main brands. If your light isn't in here, feel free to make a video about your flashlight on your YouTube channel. You won't find expensive brands like HTS systems or exotic materials like titanium or plastic. All these flashlights range from $35 to $119. If you think those are too expensive or not expensive enough, then you've probably spent too much time on the internet today. Later. So that means my list above excludes lights on the lower end and also the higher end. First up, Emisar. Emisar makes 5 or 6 lights and 2 are ones that I would regularly carry. I don't need a pocket thrower or pretty inexpensive titanium, so I stick with the D4, which is a single 18650 battery-sized light. Then the D4S, which is a bulkier, larger diameter version of the D4 that uses a larger in diameter 26650 sized battery that gives you brighter output and longer run times. The D4, which is the smaller of the two, is one of the most compact 18650 size lights you can get. Comes in 4 colors, or I guess 3 now, with a range of tint options. You'll see cool white to warm white. In flashlight nerd terms, 3000K is close to incandescent light bulbs in your house, like the old style. Then 4000K is sort of an off-whitish tint, like off-white paint on a wall. 5000 would be neutral white, and 5600K is sort of daylight tint. Those gross blue tints regular people hate in flashlights are generally tints above 6000 Kelvin, sometimes more like 7000 Kelvin. But the Emisars offer an easily adjustable brightness scale and very bright turbo modes. The negatives are, they're tiny for their size, so they heat up quick, and the highest output is only really a wow mode that's good for only under a minute before the light's temperature controls put on the brakes and pull it down. They are just fine in use on the lower end. 300 lumens or less is what most people will ever need. Another negative would be is the brightness ramping scale moves a little too quickly for my tastes. If you're trying to access lower modes, you often pass the lower mode you want. And then I think finally the last negative would be is they don't have a good sublumen mode as low as a Zebralight or an armytek. These might not be negatives for some people, and that's fine because that's your opinion. So the two lights that I bought were the D4 in a 5000K Nichia tint and the D4S in a 3000K tint. So if you're new to tints, don't overthink the options. If there are several, just pick one that sounds nice to you. Also, the D4S does not come with a pocket clip. Okay, next brand is Zebralight. Zebralights are my favorite lights because of their size, sublumen modes, and their shortcut-based UI. However, Zebralight's kink is to confuse people, so they have a lot of options in their lights. I'll tell you what I look for to help you narrow it down, which is, of course, your kink. I look for a 3000 to 5000K tint. I avoid the HI or high intensity options because I like less BI or beam intensity in my everyday carry. Okay, BI isn't a real acronym. Frosted lenses from them are often the most diffused beams, so that's cool. And also when I pick out a light, from experience, I tend to like the Zebralights that give you an option under half a lumen and then also another one under 1/10 of a lumen. So the user interface or mode operation gives easy access to low modes, medium modes, and high modes, and the idiot's favorite, the blinking ones. A quick primer is press and hold from off, that's low. A quick press from off is high. And a double click lets you access the medium modes. When in each of those modes, if it's low, medium, or high, you have a secondary mode you double click to get to. It saves whatever of those toggleable modes you were using last into mode memory after you turn it off. I hope you understood that because I didn't. My lights are these, the 18650 powered SC600 Mark IV Plus in a 4000K tint. Not quite low enough moonlight for me, I found out. Then the AA powered SC5C Mark II high CRI in a 4000K tint. I found that runtimes on the AA are short if you use the high modes often. And now the newest size Zebralight, the SC700D neutral white 5000K tinted lithium-ion battery powered flashlight. This new Zebralight has the highest output range of all of my Zebralights with the lowest low and the highest high. There may be some Zebralights with lower low, but they're too low for me. For your information, 0.04 lumen is about as low as I can use with completely night adjusted eyes with no ambient light. The SC700 comes with a pocket clip, but it's kind of big for anything other than jacket pocket carry. It's getting rucksack or holster or body cavity size if you're not wearing a jacket. Okay, the next few lights are kind of outliers because I tend to carry just Zebralights or Emisar lights. First, the armytek Prime Pro A1. I have an older Prime in a warm tint. They make good lights, but make sure you buy the Pro version of the model because the non-Pro versions don't have decent moonlights. And like Zebralight, they also have a confusing amount of options within models. I found armytek's warm tints are pleasant. The C2 Pros are the ones that feature 18650 battery compatibility. I'd get that over the A1 because of the larger battery. Also, Olight makes decent everyday carry lights. I still carry a limited edition copper S2 in my backpack. The tint is a little blue for my taste, but I like the light even though it's kind of heavy. Of course, there are better tinted non-copper versions of the S2 that you can still buy, or the smaller S1, so look for those if you'd like. Another honorable mention is the updated Jetbeam RRT01. The RRT01 was out of production for a while, but it's back and they've updated it with a brighter output and a lower parasitic standby drain. It features a simple operation via a dimming ring, which is about a letter off from a really hot sex toy, but unfortunately only comes in a cool white output option. It's like Jetbeam still doesn't understand that their core audience is the nerdy internet everyday carry community that argues for pages about some bullshit called CRI. The variable output gives you the lowest output level out of any of the lights seen in the video. The RRT01 will set you back about $60 to $70 depending on where you buy it, and it's powered by a runtime hating 16340 battery. So if you need a sleep aid or further education on lumen output, beam intensity, lithium-ion batteries, moonlight modes, and how I measure and test all my lights, check out the video description for links to those videos or wait for the end screen. They're super boring like this one, and hopefully they'll help you sort out flashlight bullshit. So like, subscribe, Patreon me, follow me on Instagram. Thanks for watching.